Here are 12 amazing Fiverr gigs that require little to no skills to get started, and you could literally be getting some sales tomorrow if you try to sell some of these. Let's get right into it. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Abdel from the Entrepreneur Wealth channel, and I make content about affiliate marketing as well as the other ways of making money online. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button because I post content on a regular basis every week. So in today's video, we're going to talk about Fiverr. I'm sure you know what Fiverr is. You've heard about it. It's this service-based marketplace where people go and hire freelancers or pretty much anybody who are able to offer some kind of services that can be beneficial to a lot of small business owners or entrepreneurs. And today we're going to look into 12 amazing Fiverr gigs that you could sell and start making money even tomorrow if you try and sell some of these. So the first gig we're going to talk about is removing background from images. This is a very easy gig to do that requires almost no skills at all. And this is a very needed gig in the photography niche and for people that are on YouTube or on other social media, and as well as people in the e-commerce space. You have a lot of small business owners or entrepreneurs who need really good quality pictures of their products that they are selling online. And a lot of time those pictures come with a pretty much an undesirable background. And that's where you come in. You can pretty much remove the background for a lot of those images for them. And if you go on Fiverr, you'll see that there are a lot of sellers making really good money selling this kind of service. You could create a Fiverr gig where you would charge, let's say, $5 or $10 to remove the background for, let's say, 15 or 10 images. And you would see that there are a lot of sellers on Fiverr already doing this, and they are getting sales on a regular basis. So this is a really interesting gig that, as I've said, requires pretty much no skills. All you will need to do is to go to a website like remove.bg, and you would upload your image, and with just a few clicks, you would get rid of your background. This is an amazing gig that you can sell on Fiverr. So number 2 is colorizing black and white pictures. This is a really interesting gig that I didn't even know there was a demand for until quite recently. So a lot of people have those old black and white pictures that they want to revive or add colors to it. There are sellers charging anywhere between $5, $10, $20 to pretty much change or add colors to black and white pictures. And how they are doing this, they are not using any kind of really special software to do so. They are just going to certain website that will do this particular work for them. For example, for this particular gig, you could go to a website called playback.fm/colorize-photo. And basically what this site will do, it will turn any black and white picture into a colorful picture for you for free. And that's how a lot of those sellers on Fiverr are doing this particular gig. They are not using any kind of paid service to do that. And you could pretty much do this. It requires no skills at all to do that. And it only takes like a few minutes. The third gig that you could be offering on Fiverr that requires little skills is to change people's picture into cartoon-like type of pictures. This is a very popular and quite interesting thing that people do, and you might have noticed that already online, where you have people who have their profile picture on social media, but it's more of a cartoon type of picture and not really their real picture. Those kind of pictures tend to get a lot of attention. They do grab the attention of the audience, and they are very kind of funny and interesting to look at. And you have people on Fiverr offering this kind of service, and you can do that as well. It does not require any special editing skills to do that. You could download an app called TuneMe. I think they have it on both iOS and Android. And basically you could simply upload any picture of your choice, any selfie or portrait of your choice, and they will change it into a cartoon type of picture. And you could be making some interesting income on Fiverr offering this kind of service, because if you go on Fiverr, you will see there are a lot of sellers offering this kind of service, and a lot of them have a lot of positive reviews for this particular gig. Number 4 is offering SEO report. SEO stands for search engine optimization, and it is about optimizing your website or blog so that it can be seen and ranked higher on the search engine. This is very important for a lot of people with websites or blogs that rely on Google to get traffic. Their website or blog needs to be well optimized for the search engine so that they can bring in a lot of traffic every day or every month. But a lot of those individuals, they don't really know what they can do to really improve their website. And that's where you would come in. You could provide them with a report of the things that they can improve on their website or their blog. And how you would do that, don't worry, you don't have to go through their website and manually analyze different factors and different things on their website. You could simply go to a website like seoanalyzer.me, or you could go to Neil Patel's website as well. They both have an SEO tool there where you can analyze any website of your choice, and they will give you a very detailed report of the things that you can improve on your website or blog. And you could do that for a lot of those people who would buy your gig. It looks very professional. It does not take a lot of time. It only takes less than 5 minutes to create such a report. And if you go on Fiverr, you will see that there is a good demand for this type of service. Number 5 is being a beta reader. This is a ridiculously amazing gig that I didn't even know existed. So basically what you're doing here is you have writers who have a book that they want to release very soon, but before doing so, they want to release it to a small group of people so that they get an idea of how the book will be received once they release it to the much wider audience. And that's where you would come in. As a beta reader, you would read their book, give them some pointers, or maybe critique their book, let them know how you find the book, how was the storyline, was it engaging, was it intriguing, what was your experience reading the book. And there are a lot of people on Fiverr who do offer this particular gig, and it's a very easy thing to do. Like, all you do is just read their book and then let them know what you've learned from it, or what was your experience reading their book. If you go on Fiverr and you check out this particular gig, you will see that there are some people charging, anywhere from, $50, $100, $200 just to be a beta reader for one particular book. This is a very good paying gig. And like I've said, there's not much skills that is needed here other than reading books. So if you enjoy reading books, this is something that you could really be doing. Number 6 is to create YouTube thumbnail. YouTube gets over 30 billion visits every month. It is the second most visited website on the planet. And as you most probably already know, there are a lot of YouTube creators on the platform. And a lot of those YouTube creators obviously need thumbnails to be created for their videos. And a lot of those YouTube creators are not really going to be bothered to go and create YouTube thumbnails for a lot of their videos that they post on a regular basis. And that's where you would come in. You could provide this particular service of creating YouTube thumbnails for those creators. And I know you might be saying, well, I'm not really a designer. I don't really know how to do this. You would be surprised at how many people actually provide this kind of gig who don't have an immense amount of skills in that particular niche. You could go to a website like canva.com and create thumbnail on that platform. It's very easy. One advice I would give you is you could go on YouTube, check out some of the high performing videos, look at their thumbnails, look at what is working, try to create those thumbnails on canva.com, maybe try to create like 10 or 15 of those thumbnails, and then you can use those 10 thumbnails as an example of your work, and then post it on your Fiverr account when you create your gig for this particular service. And you would be surprised to find out that this is actually not as hard as you might think it is. I mean, even for me, I create my own thumbnail on my channel right now, and this is something I used to think is hard to do, but good thumbnails, good converting thumbnails aren't that hard to create. You just need a little bit of practice, and you could make some really good money providing this kind of service to people on Fiverr. So number 7 is to create social media posts for other people. A lot of business owners or entrepreneurs understand the need to have a social media presence online, but a lot of those entrepreneurs or business owners don't want to be bothered having to create content every single day because it can take a bit of their time. They would rather focus on other other sides of their business, and that's where you would come in. You could create content for their social media, and maybe for Instagram, maybe for Pinterest, maybe for Facebook. You could go on canva.com and check out some of the templates for those different social media website, or you could ask those clients to give you like an example or a template of what kind of post they would like you to create, and you could create those posts for them. Most probably it wouldn't take you that long, and if you can get a bunch of different clients every month where you would create their social media content for them, you could really build up some nice recurring income every single month. Because if you do a really good job, a lot of those clients will stick with you and will keep on buying your service in the future. Number 8 is app testing. This is very similar to the previous gig that I talked about, beta reading. In this one, you have programmers who created this app, but before releasing it to the much wider audience, they want a small group of people to test it out. And you could provide this kind of gig. It's very easy. You don't need any special skill set to do this particular gig. Simply offer to test out other people's app, let them know what was your experience using the app, what you would like the app to improve on, and what you liked about the app, what you didn't like about the app. This requires literally no skills at all, and you could make some really nice income from this if you can get a lot of orders every single week or every single day. Number 9 is to create ebook covers. Okay, this is also similar to the YouTube thumbnail gig that I talked about a few moments ago. I know some of you will say that I'm not a graphic designer, I don't know how to create ebook covers, but like I said, it's really not that hard. It's all about developing the skills. You could go on, let's say, Amazon.com, check out some ebooks that are selling very well on the platform, check out their cover, try to look into it and see what's so different about those ebook covers, why do they work so well, why do they sell so well, and then try to recreate some of those ebooks, let's say on Canva. And let's say you've created like 5 or 10 of those ebook covers, you could then use that as your work and post it on your Fiverr gig. Like I've said before, the more you do this, the better you will become at designing those covers, and eventually you could make some really, really nice income doing this particular gig. So number 10 is to become a virtual assistant. This is not something new. Virtual assistants have been around for a really, really long time, but it's still always in demand. You always have business owners and entrepreneurs looking for other people to help them out in their business. Virtual assistants will do anything from data entry jobs, web research, basic copying and pasting jobs, data collections. If you're working for a business in the e-commerce space, they might require you to do some keyword research, web research, basic editing skills. Being a virtual assistant is not something that you don't require some degree from university to be a good virtual assistant. I know this girl on Instagram who makes like 5-6 figures a month being a virtual assistant. She has like a huge list of clients that she works for, and a lot of time she will even outsource some of those jobs. Obviously, this is not going to be the case at first, but eventually as you grow your portfolio of clients, you could actually start outsourcing some of those jobs. This is a gig where the sky's the limit in terms of how much money you can make, because as you get in more clients, as you increase your portfolio of clients, you could really build up your income every single month and make a ton of money doing this. Number 11 is video intro creation. Now, I know some of you might say that you're not a video editor, but the good thing with this particular gig is you don't need to be. There are websites like invideo.io or placeit.net that you can go to that have a ton of video intros template that you can use to create video intros for your customers. This is not something that requires any kind of skills, or maybe just a little bit. You could use those websites and play around for a day or two, learn how to create really amazing intros, and you could start offering this kind of service on Fiverr. Like I said, it does not require a ton of skill to do that, and if you can get 1 or 2 or 3 different clients every day, you could make some really nice income with this. And finally, the last one. This one is a bit trickier because it does require a little bit of skills to do this one, but because of the earning potential, this is why I added it to the list. And number 12 is whiteboard animation videos or explainer videos. Those kind of videos, I'm sure you've seen them. There are a lot of them on YouTube, especially video ads. They tend to do very well. They grab the attention of the viewers. They can be very, intriguing, and those videos tend to work really, really, really well. That's why a lot of people love, going after those kind of videos. And if you can learn how to create those kind of videos and offer this kind of service, I guarantee you will get a lot of clients coming for you. You could go to a website like whiteboardanimation.com or videoscribe.co and learn how to create videos on those platforms. Maybe spend like a day or two or three to learn how to create videos. Those videos are really not that hard to create. Once you've built up that skill set, which, like I've said, will only take you a few days to do so, you could offer this kind of service, and I guarantee you this is a service that you can charge a lot of money from. Maybe not at first, but eventually as your skill sets goes up and as your reputation goes up on Fiverr and you start getting a lot of reviews, you can charge really, really good money doing this particular service. There are sellers on Fiverr who charge like $100, $200 to make one simple video. And this is a gig that does require a little bit of skills, but I did wanted to add this to my list because of the earning potential that exists with this particular gig. There you go, guys. Those were the 12 gigs that you could sell on Fiverr that do not require a ton of skills. If you like this video, don't forget to give this video a like. I would really, really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe as well, as I'll be posting more and more content on the different ways that exist out there that you can make money online. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like, as I've said. Thank you for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.